Well, 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 well. It was a dull game. Yankees dropped it to the Toronto Blue Jays. Something I mentioned the other day, actually. They got off to such a good start, 6-1 in Arizona and in Houston, that this was inevitable. And I was hoping that they were going to win today, but it wasn't surprising that the Blue Jays played them hard. The Blue Jays had a plan for them, which they did. And Yusei Kikuchi had a plan. He kept hitters off balance, and that was pretty obvious from the start. So, I mean, well done, Blue Jays. And again, there were two highlights of the game. Number one, Marcus Stroman, 6 shutout innings pitched, and earthquake. Earthquake that happened in New Jersey that caused aftershocks in New York and Pennsylvania. And aside from that, what else is there? What else was there, right? And before we start comparing in 2023, it's a little early for that. Okay, they're 6-2. This is not the 2023 Yankees. Okay, something to keep in mind. Okay, Rose, don't know, don't care honestly. When the last time they shut out home opener? Again, bats were sleeping today, unfortunately, and we needed them to be awake, and they weren't. They were kept off balance by Yusei Kikuchi. Like I said, the Blue Jays had a plan for the Yankees bats, kept them off balance. So, you know, Yankees had a couple of hits, but wasn't really much to brag about. It wasn't really much to 1967. Mike Pellegrino's last time they shot out opening day. Yeah, yeah, and if he's in the house, there he is. Decided to go live. But yeah, it was a crummy game. Texas Buckeye, the king of Texas in the house. It was a crummy game. Yeah. We're gonna have more production, Rose. So, but yeah, you're like, this does happen. They're not gonna win every opening day. And again, they are 6-2. So, but Judge didn't do much. Stanton didn't do much. Soto didn't do much. So it is what it is. We shake it off. We move on to the next day. We'll try to win this series. And again, we have the Marlins coming in to the Bronx after the Blue Jays. So and the Marlins are off to a dreadful start. Absolutely dreadful. So we'll see. But like I said the other day too, like it's teams that are off to a crummy, they're either off to a crummy start or on a crummy stretch. Then they run into the Yankees, and all of a sudden they tend to play better against the Yankees. Their focus is reinvigorated against the Yankees. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happens to the Marlins too. If the Marlins start playing well and playing the Yankees pretty hard. Volpe does look great, Jack. 100% on that. Volpe looks fantastic. No, um, you don't think Riz is okay and Aaron's struggling? Well, Aaron, he found his groove the other day with an opposite field home run, opposite field double. So, but again, like I said, this pitcher, Yusei Kikuchi, not an ace pitcher, but he had a plan for the Yankees. He had a plan to keep their bats off balance, which is exactly what the Blue Jays needed to do to prevent the Yankees from continuing to build the momentum that they built on the West Coast. Really. So, and again, I mean, this was not a pretty day for Jose Trevino behind the plate. I hope they give Austin Wells a shot. This is probably one of the ugliest days I've seen Jose Trevino at the dish. I mean, it really is. It really, really is. So we'll see what happens. Will they'll make modifications to the lineup that I'm confident of. There's nothing to do with Boone, Mikey Bombers. It's not a Boone thing. Yeah. Yeah, 2 shutout losses. Oh well. But yeah, I would have pinch hit for Trevino too. I mean, I would have probably put in Austin Wells in there. I hope Austin Wells gets a chance to pitch the next game. I do. I mean, catch the next game. I really do. So, and we'll see what happens. Who's giving you this? They don't respect Boom, Mikey. But who's feeding you this already? Who's feeding you this? This constant they don't respect Boom baloney. Odor, yeah. For those that don't know, the Yankees signed Rugnan Odor to a minor league deal, but right before the game, I put out a short on that. So for some infield depth, I mean, he was quietly clutch for the Yankees. Not flashy stats, but he was clutch when he needed him to be. So, and yeah, I think it's Clark Schmidt tomorrow. And Santana did give us some length. Yep. Salute, Donnie. Ferguson made one bad pitch, Yank, and other than that, he was fine. Happens. And Dougie just missed it too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Stanton does hit better versus lefties than he does righties, but he's having a rough stretch right now. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. So, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I could see Rodon Odor coming up soon, especially if they put DJ on the sixth day or something like that. Which I don't know if it's going to happen, but if they do, I'm surprised if Odor comes up or Jordan Groshans or Jemai Jones, one of these guys. Yeah, yeah. It's a common scapegoat. Stephen B. It's just blame Boone for something. Blame Cashman for this. This is something that they, unfortunately, a couple of content creators peddle this on a regular basis, which is comical, but whatever. Yeah, man. Yeah, Texas IKF and AKF, nice. Yeah, I was. I mean, it was nice to see IKF. He was a pro when he was here. He really was. He really was a pro here. We don't know if he's going to get shelled. See, we don't know that. Mr. Marvin, what's good? Mr. Marvin, what's up, man? Yeah, I would move Stanton down, Jake Boss. I would not hesitate to do that. I'm sixth or seventh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brady threw a couple on the ground. I mean, Trevino has had better days catching. So, but yeah, Stroman did look fantastic today. He's got 12 innings pitched now or 13 innings pitched. He has 0 earned runs to his docket right now. So that's good. He's got a 0.00 ERA. Yep. I'll take that. It's too late for trading Torres now, CWA. Too late. Yeah, unfortunately, it's where are they going to move him to? Where would they move to? Andrew Dang, what's good? Yeah, well, I mean, they just like I said, patient bats, but the pitcher did the good job of keeping them off balance today. And it's hard to be. You can be patient, but if a pitcher's doing his job, he's jamming him inside, and all of a sudden he throws something to the outside and makes him chase. That's how you keep these guys off balance. And that the pitcher Kikuchi had a plan for them today. He really, really did. So we need our bats to be better the second game. That's for sure. We'll see if they do. We'll see. But it's what it is. The bats got to find their groove in the Bronx too. Yeah, yeah. Stanton's leash is probably getting shorter and shorter second hand. Yeah, he's gotta show him something. Already he is. What's good, my man? 2 minutes. Yeah, I hear that, man. Hopefully you're feeling all right. I give Stroman a lot of credit. He hung in there, kept him in the game the whole way. 6 shutout innings. I'll take that any day of the week. Dominguez not returning until early summer, CWA. Probably June or July. You know, we'll see. We will see. Who's that, Brian? Who hasn't shown anything for 2 years? What are we talking about? In Stanton? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Grisham's in there tomorrow. Um, and even Judge gets a DH day. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it does. The energy in the aura was pretty good. We need that to continue to help the Yankees, you know, find their groove in Yankee Stadium. So he's not going to be DFA just yet. They're not going to eat like $90 million. That's the problem, CWE right now. That's just one reason why they're not going to do it just yet. What's up, Dev? Yeah, I saw the Verdugo energy. I saw the Soto energy. The energy is good. There's no doubt about it. And these fans know that the Yankees will. Anytime the Yankees make you know, adjustments to their team for at this level, it takes them a little while to find their groove, and they'll find their groove. They will find their groove. So, you know, don't get a hamstring. I hear that, Joe. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Stroh had good energy today. It was fantastic. Yeah, 57 years. Joseph, 57 years. Shutout opening day. Wow. Woo. Over under wins. I think I'm going to go the over on 92, 93. I'm going to go the over. I don't know how much over, but I'm going to go the over. Yeah. And if I would move Stanton down the order too. Yeah. Yeah, and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. If you're a Yankee fan and you want to be kept in the loop and everything, hit that subscribe button and like button. So I thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, it was the offense looked dead today. But again, this is credit to the starting pitcher for keeping them off balance, not giving them an opportunity to find their rhythm. That's a pitcher's job. So he did his job. He had a good plan for the Yankees today. Yeah. But 3 days ago the Yankees were going to. Who said that, Joseph? This is why I don't. I don't know why people say that type of stuff. They're going to the World Series, this and that. And who's saying that, Joseph? Yeah. I would imagine IKF got a warm at the very least a warm applause. He was a pro here. He was a pro. He carried himself well. He did the right thing when he was here, and he always took ownership, just like Stanton does when he's not playing well. So I would put Wells in a little bit more frequently. Yep. Cortez wasn't that bad. I mean, he gave up 4 runs on opening day in Houston. He fought back, gave up 3 runs last time, so he had a better second game than the last game. So we'll see. We'll see how he does rest of the way. Need a little bit more time to see how he's going to do this season. We do. Yeah, Pirates are 6-1. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, they had a strong start last year too, and then they fell apart. So it's just too early to proclaim anything. Playoffs this, playoffs that. It's too early for that. In all honesty. Yeah, the only earned run was that pinch hit home run. Everything else was unearned. So it is what it is. And the Yankees got to shake it off. Let's shake it off as fans too. Tomorrow's another day. Hopefully they'll win tomorrow, and go from there. And then let's see who's pitching tomorrow. versus who? I do think you're right about. I'm gonna look at the schedule here. 7:05 p.m. They play tomorrow. Kevin Gausman versus Clark Schmidt. Good matchup. Good game. But yeah, we have 154 games left. We're 6-2. No, not a bad start. It's way too early to worry. I know some content creators saying, "Oh, we should be worried already." Like, guys, really, let's. What are we doing? Yeah, we've seen a boatload of opening days, and we saw a couple years ago Josh Donaldson lead a walk off base hit for opening day. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Really, you never know. Telling you, man. Dracula Dead 11 out of 10, Randy. That's right, Randy. Yeah, Loizaga's on a 60-day IL with a right flexor strain. Um, I know there's a lot of people that are afraid that he's going to go down with Tommy John. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days. But he may have very well pitched his last game as a Yankee. He's done after this year. He's a free agent after this year. So we'll see what happens. Um, don't be surprised if Cashman trades for another relief pitcher in the next couple of days. So he's going to be doing a lot of these roster moves and trades and so on. So my guess is going to be he's looking already. Who I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, it was a couple of mistakes, Donnie. That Ferguson made one bad pitch, Birdie and Trevino. There was just a bad flow between Birdie and Trevino. They have to fix. So and it's not a blowout. It's not Yankees bats just did not come through today, unfortunately. Yep. Again, I said too. I think Glaber's best suited for the cleanup spot. He's better positioned to drive in runs than he is lead off. I would have at this point Volpe leading off. He's also producing, but he has more stolen base potential. Even though he got thrown out today, he's got more stolen base potential than Gleyber Torres does. So, but yeah, Loizaga news sucks. Yes, it does. Gleyber fourth or fifth spot. If he, yeah, that's where I'm too. That's where I'm at too. Yep. Yep. I would have Soto 2, Judge 3, Rizzo 4, or Gleyber 4 and Rizzo 5, whichever is the order. And then after that, I do Verdugo at 6th, Stanton 7th. Whoever's at third base, 8th, and then catcher 9th. That's kind of how I would do it. But that's just me. So, again, we will. He's going to tinker with this roster over the next several weeks. He really is going to tinker. Probably with mostly bullpen arms too. Yeah. Yeah, the team secondhand. Yeah, this team is better positioned to, rebound from injuries, to substitute for better depth this year. So, we'll see. I mean, I would bat. I don't care if Judge bats second either and Soto bats third. I'm fine with either one, Randy. I really am fine with either one. When Judge hit his 62 home runs, he hit them from the 2 spot. So, and again, I don't think a lot of pitchers once Judge is in a groove and Soto's in a groove, they're not going to want to pitch them no matter where they're at. That's kind of how I would do it right now. I wouldn't hesitate to go Volpe leading off, and then either Judge or Stanton. I mean, excuse me, a Judge or Soto, and then I would go Volpe or not Volpe. Excuse me, my God, Torres or Rizzo, 4 and 5 in either order, and then Verdugo 6th, Stanton 7th, third base 8th, catcher 9th. That's kind of how I would do it. I think that would probably be one of the more effective ways of putting together this lineup and putting them in a position to not necessarily fall into losing streaks that often. So, mhm. I got my little one here. She's playing with her Legos. So excuse me. Please bear with me. Um, yeah, I wouldn't count on Oswaldo Cabrera in the lineup either. You know, Birdie was solid today. Um, but Cabrera has definitely earned the right to get some playing time. That's for sure. And I think he will. He could be in there tomorrow. So could Wells and Grisham could be in there tomorrow. Stanton can DH. I mean, Stanton can sit. Judge can DH. Like, there's a lot of things that they could do tomorrow. We'll see, right? We'll definitely see. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Buckeye. That's right. I got my little one Madison here with me. Yes, she does. And I think she does agree. She does. She's the boss. So, what? Yeah, Hill is going to be the. Well, right now he's the fifth starter. So, um, Schmidt's the fourth. Stroman's the three, and so on. Stroman could be the two. Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, you have Cortez. You have Rodon. Yep. And then when Cole comes back, somebody will get bumped. And at that point, if Cortez isn't really pitching now, I would move him into long relief. But that's just me. Yeah, if he mixes up exactly. Fans' biggest complaint last year is they didn't have a consistent lineup. Well, one of the reasons why, because we had too many guys hurt. There wasn't any opportunity to play consistent lineups, and we didn't have enough depth that was good enough either to, put them in a position to play well. It's different now. We have much better depth now. It also doesn't mean they're going to win every game either. I think that's important to keep in mind too. So, yeah, I'll say. I mean, I do think we'll see Dominguez this year. I do think we'll see Spencer Jones this year. We may even see Vivas. We'll see some youth. We'll definitely see some youth. Some good athletic youth too. Hmm. Yeah. I think Volpe will get it. I think they're gradually transitioning to leadoff. CWE. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think he'll eventually wind up being the leadoff there. Yeah. Especially if he can keep his strikeouts down and put the ball in play like he's doing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think he's mature enough to handle that and play no matter where he is in the lineup, he'll be fine. So, yeah, Schmidt tomorrow, Hill Sunday. Okay. All right. Take that. Hmm. Yeah, go to Wells every day. I know some people are wanting to go to Wells every day too. I like to see them utilize Wells a little bit more often too. I really would. Hmm. Well, one of the problems CWE is that DJ LeMahieu's hurt. He would probably be leading off, but he's hurt. Fouled the ball off his foot, and that's not Boone's fault. Yeah, we've got Tommy Canley coming back too. Hmm. Hmm. There'll be another boost to the bullpen. Scott Efrost will be another boost to the bullpen when he comes back too. So we have pieces coming back that will be a boost to the bullpen. We do. Yeah, I mean Volpe's doing his thing. Volpe's doing his thing, and I think he's getting more confident as he's getting a little bit better. So and developing a little more. I could see it in his demeanor. He's definitely playing better. He feels more comfortable at the plate, and even in the field, he feels more comfortable. So I like this Volpe that we're seeing right now. You know, Brian, who else leads? I don't know. It's My guess is it's probably going to be Gleyber Torres until either DJ comes back or they do something else. Or Birdie too. Birdie could lead up. Birdie's got some speed. He's got some wheels. No. Hmm? Like a trade line is when they come back. Yeah, it'll be like a trade deadline. No doubt about it, man. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mess with Volpe right now. Volpe's doing okay. Brian, that's right. Yeah, and Rosen's he's gonna have these guys, playing a heck of a lot better this year in the offense. So it's the perfect blend to me of the analytics, but also combining it with the human element of baseball, which I can't remember the last time a hitting coach has been able to do both without being overly reliant on one or the other. I think Rosen can put that batch together credibly. I mean, they could lead off Verdugo. I'm curious to see if they actually do it. I don't know, but we'll see, right? Hmm. Brother Bill. I think so too, Texas. I hope he's definitely growing into his role. And again, he's only a sophomore. He needs a little bit of time to come into his own. I mean, it's okay to give him that time. 500 foot. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, this is true too, Strike Zone. It's a good point. It's the Yankees' third hitting coach in years. So the Yankees have to give themselves time to get used to a new hitting coach, a new philosophy. I know some of these guys built a rapport for them in over the summer when they were training in Tampa, before spring training started. But um, now it's here, man. It's here, baby. Yeah. hmm hmm Judge has a familiarity with Rosen. He's got a rapport with him. And it looks like he's getting comfortable with Gleyber Torres and some of these other guys. So, and he's been saying a lot of the right things to Rosen, which is good. Exactly what the fans want. hmm Oh yeah. And again, I do think that Odor will bring some value when he comes here. I do think that I wouldn't be surprised if they signed another player on top of that. I mean, they have about, I don't know, how many? Trying to think. Let me think about that. What happened, Gary? They lost 3-0. They lost 3-0. The bats were pretty much dormant today. They were basically shut down by Yusei Kikuchi. So, who had a good game plan for them to keep them off balance. So Odor, yeah, Odor was definitely fun while he was here. He didn't have flashy stats, but he was clutch when they needed him to be. Go ahead run, go ahead home run, game tying home run. Like he brought that dog too, so that's more dog here, which I like that signing. Oh yeah, there's no denying that, Davey. I mean, losing the home opener sucks. Leaves a bad taste. There's no denying that. But they're 6-2, and not getting are hitting from the key spots just yet. Just like Toronto. I mean, Vlad Jr. is not doing anything, and some of his other guys are not doing much either. So, Yankees are 6-2 without contributions from Cole, without much contributions from Judge, without much contribution from Stanton. So Riz is not doing much. So they are getting clutch hitting from other areas, which is good. Now they can put together the rest of the bats and make sure these guys are firing on all cylinders. A whole different team. A whole different team. Whole different team. I mean, tomorrow night, right? Right, NFC 300. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see what NFC said here. Mhm. Can't see it. Can't find it. But again, yeah, WrestleMania will be good too. Yeah, Joseph, they signed Rugnan Odor today to a minor league deal. So he's not on the 40 man. My guess is he will be on the 40 man at some point as some infield depth. So, you know, he's been known as a clutch hitter. You know, I got you, NFA. 300 next Saturday. That's right, not this Saturday. What a channel! I'm curious to see if they're going to move Gleyber to lead off. I am curious to see. You know, I think that they have to figure out what they're going to do at leadoff before we move Gleyber out of there into probably a 4 or 5 spot. You know, unfortunately, some of the guys that they would normally play leadoff are hurt, which is doesn't help the Yankees right now. It really doesn't. Yep. Yes, indeed. Birdie should start playing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Odor's back, so they signed him to a minor league deal today. Yes, indeed. The Yankees pitching did hold, and the starting pitching, Stromio, was fantastic. He's done his job. He's done his job. And once we get clicking on all cylinders across the board, the Yankees are going to be just fine. Yeah, and our Yankee farm is our. We have 7 guys now in the top 100. 7 in the top 100. So that's pretty good. Hey, buddy. She wants some fruit snacks. Come here, buddy. Brian, take it easy, my man. I want to wrap it up in a minute too, so let you guys and gals go throughout your day. These afternoon games cut into a lot of people's work. So, but I appreciate you all coming on. But at the end of the day, I do think that this team will be one of the teams standing in October. Yankees. I do think that. Right? Yep. Empire. Yeah. I mean, even last night, William, too. The umpires did not always have great calls when the Yankees were hitting. They really did not have a great calls. Pryway Luzardo, not if the asking price is what it was before, David. They were asking for Spencer Jones and either Hampton or Warren or Dominguez. Forget about that. Forget about that. I wouldn't have given that guys to him before, and I wouldn't do it now. Yeah. Always a pleasure, Texas. Always love having you on, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be later, on all honesty, in the home plate umps in terms of how they're going to replace them. I do, and I just don't know when, but I do think they'll get replaced. And the Marlins can definitely kick rocks with their demands. Yeah, those demands are crazy. They really are crazy. So, but yes, he did. So to turn to the umps, yes, he did. And Soto will be fine. Well, nothing yet. I mean, we know Yuri Perez, one of their highly touted prospects, pitching wise. He's having Tommy John, so he's going to miss the whole season and probably half of next year too. So they might. There's already talk about Arias and Sardo and blah blah blah. But you know, what's Lazardo going to do? He's injury prone. So what's he going to do? Is the question. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if Marlins actually go on a fire sale. I'm very curious to see if they actually do that. Yeah, Lazardo is injury prone as well. Yes, he is. hmm Yeah, I mean, Miami ship could have sailed. I think I think they made a huge mistake by firing Kim Eng. I really do. It's almost as if they fell into bad luck getting rid of Kim Eng. So, well, yeah, the Bieber has got a good connection with Matt Blake. I would keep an eye on that. Shane Bieber at some point. I think the Brian Cashman's going to be quietly looking. Remember, they brought in JT Brubaker from the Pirates, another guy who can throw innings. He's going to come back in the early summer. So they have some other folks too. Yankees. So it's not only Luzardo; it's other guys as well. Oh, definitely. Yankees mirage and fraud of a team. Why do you say that? One lost. And what formulates that opinion right here? I'm curious. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fans in 75. I haven't seen players. Don't be Yankees, time sellers, and Judge. Not the answer. Well, I don't know why people expecting Judge to be the answer. People saw just like people expected Yamamoto to be the answer. Or this Yamasoto obsession. What made Yamamoto the answer? You know, got to play what we have now with Soto, with Trent Grisham, with Alex Verdugo. Got to play these things. So, mm, mhm, mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. Kim Eng was Brian Cashman's assistant with the Yankees for quite a few years, and then she had an opportunity with the Marlins, and she did a pretty bang up job, and then he moved on from her, and which is crazy, but it's true. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, Judge exactly, Texas. He's a piece, not the answer. Valuable piece, but he's not the answer. No one player is the solution with the answer. No one player. Yeah. This is a multiple full team effort. This is not like basketball. I said it's like you could put basketball Michael Jordan with five college players, and he'll take them to the NBA Finals most likely because it's Michael Jordan. So we don't have players here that can do that. Otani's not even going to be that for the Dodgers. He's going to be hyped, no doubt about it, but he's not going to be the guy that carries the entire team for a season, right? Not going to do it. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if Verdugo gets a chance to lead off, my guess it'll probably be against righty pitchers. But I don't know. I really don't know. You're right, Dang. Judge can't handle pressure. Why do you say that, Mario? He's handled it fine with the Yankees. Stroman was fantastic today. 6 shutout innings. Take it. I'll take it. Hmm. Who cares if our 2 losses were shutouts? Shade of the Dodgers. We have Dodgers fans come on and troll us all the time. So they, saying they're the World Series champions already. So who's throwing shades at the Dodgers? Why are we anointing them the world champions just yet? Mm, yeah. Spencer Jones is my guess is he's closer to being ready than Dominguez is. But I know, Dominguez was up last year and they're gonna want him to come back up. So And I think Soto will be fine in New York. You know, yeah, the Yankees have a stacked farm, Donnie, coming up. Stacked farm. Yeah. Yeah, Dodgers got to beat the Diamondbacks. They're going to have to beat the Giants. They're going to have to beat the Padres. And it's true. Yeah. Mm. Today's result was improbable to the point of questions that had to be asked. Was this intentional? Mark, who's planting this seed in your head? The Yankees loss? Commissioner, so who is planting these? That's almost like a conspiracy theory, Mike. Who's planting that one? Did somebody say that? I'm curious. I'm really curious, Mark. Investigate what? Yeah. Vivas is recovering from Isaac fractured his orbital. Him and I forgot who the other one was. Two fractured orbitals, which is crazy. You know. Yeah, we'll see, Donnie. I mean, if more injuries happen and Jones is ready, don't be surprised. I think Jones needs to get a bout at AAA though. He needs to adapt to AAA before he comes up here. Mhm. Yeah, Sunil. Yeah. Okay. Oscar Hernandez. That's right. That's right. Frank, thank you. Two. I can't believe two fractured orbitals in a week, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. You know, which is nuts. But you know, that's the Yankees. With these crazy injuries. You know, in all honesty. Dominguez. Dominguez is here. He got drafted signed at 15 or at 16 essentially. He's been here for like 5 years now. Jones has been here for two. Something to keep in mind as well. He's been here for like 5 years. So I don't know why Jones not in AAA yet. It's a good question. I don't know. Yes, it did, Clemenza. Yes, it did. Crappy loss. Same to you, Kenneth. God bless you and your family too, my man. Yeah, it would have been nice to win. It really, really would have. But again, for like take it for what it is. This is baseball. The Blue Jays had a plan for the Yankees. Stroman was good. The pitchers kept the Yankees bats off balance. That's what their job is. So, you know, I'm not there tomorrow, Randy. I wish I were. I wish I were. I wish I could. I wish I was so I can meet you too. The Martian. He's starting to throw now from longer. I mean, 120 feet, something like that. So, but he's not scheduled to be back until like June. So, but I really want to see how they can fit in Jones and Dominguez at some point with the guys that they have. That will be a very fun lineup. You know, yeah. Oh yeah. Horse Mario, I love it. Yes, it is. It's baseball. I take foul balls to the face. It's just a game, and it's hard to avoid. It's unpredictable. You get a swing, you could be slightly off. The ball could come ricocheting back and just catch you. So 120 feet. Yeah, I wouldn't be rushing Dominguez. I wouldn't be rushing Spencer Jones, just like I wouldn't be rushing DJ. So I think it's important to let these guys recover or continue to develop the way that they're developing. You don't need to rush them. No, no way. And Jones, yeah, I know they're giving him the first base glove, and he's a guy that he could credibly replace Anthony Rizzo at some point. Hmm. He's also an elite outfielder as well. So we'll see. Yeah, I hope Dominguez helps fast. I mean, heals fast. But again, I would bring them back intelligently, just like the Phillies did with Bryce Harper. They brought him back slowly. They DH'd him, and now he's first base. They transitioned him in to field play again. So yeah, it sounds as if Cole is on a good path. I'm encouraged by what I'm hearing about Garrett Cole, which is great. We need him. We definitely need Garrett Cole. There's no doubt about it. Uh, yeah, there's no crying in baseball. Who is that directed towards, Randy? What is that about? Stanton Sexman. Yeah, and don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Dominguez forces them to sit Stanton. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Yep. League of Their Own, yes, it is. That's what I thought you were saying. Okay. Yep. Straight up Tom Hanks right there. He was fantastic in League of Their Own. It's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's really not, you know, I don't think it's something to worry about. The two losses are shutout losses. So what? So what? Yeah, exactly, Sunil. Let's see. There we go. Yep. And again, this is, I mean, Dominguez might be leading off at some point, right? Um, Dominguez, Volpe. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see when Dominguez is here and Jones is here, when Volpe's kind of grooving, how they structure this lineup with these guys and Austin Wells. How are they going to line it up? With the guys that they already have here, the veterans that they have. So I'm really curious to see what they do. So, um, yeah, me and the Yankees to bring it tomorrow. So, me and the Yankees to rebound and win the game tomorrow. No, yeah, Stanton's not good right now, William. He's terrible. No. Yeah, I don't know, Sunil. Not long. Yeah, Stroh was fantastic today. Stroh was fantastic today. He really, really, really was. So, and I said this too, TV. I think Torres is better suited for the 4 or 5 spot than the leadoff spot. And that's my take. I said that for before the season started. So, you know, now we need Stanton to wake up, and we need him to start hitting. Yes, we do. Boone defends all of his players. CWA. That's his job. He's not going to throw his players under the bus. Yeah. Hmm. He's not going to throw his players under the bus. No, no way, but no way. Me too, William. I like Wells catching over Trevino too. I do. So gives the offense a little bit of a different dynamic too. Gives them another lefty bat. So Boone defending his players. And even Alex Verdugo said today the Yankees, encouraged him to be himself, which the Red Sox did not do, and that was one reason why he wanted out of Boston. So, and he's growing on the fan base. He really is. Hmm. At some point, My guess is the decision will be made to bench Stanton. My guess. You know, Boone and Blake. This is not. They aren't the problem, Joe. Boone and Blake. Defending while saying not saying the truth. Well, the truth is your matter, your opinion, CWA. Okay? He could view differently. Okay? Managers don't bash their players. They don't do that. It's unprofessional, and it's unbecoming of a manager. They're not going to bash their players. Yeah, me too, Wayne. O'Neill booted that ball. He threw it in the ground. He threw it to Mattingly. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Cabrera's in there tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if Grisham's in there tomorrow. Um, yeah, Girardi's with Yes Network. I doubt it, Randy. I don't. I can't see Girardi coming back to be the manager of the Yankees. I can't see it happening. But that's just me. Yeah. Well, exactly. They would not respect their managers if they threw him under the bus. One of the reasons why the team loves Boone is because he defends his players. Okay? Core did not do that with Verdugo in Boston. So, is what it is. You know, I mean, it definitely gives fans and content creators an alibi to throw through, to bad to trash Boone all the time. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of hilarious. But it's definitely a way to lose players. Texas, 100. You're 100% right. 200% right. 200%. Who says he's being nice? We don't know what it's like in closed doors, behind closed doors. We don't know what that stuff is. But again, speaking in public, he's not going to throw them under the bus. He won't do that. Not really, Joe. They were littered with injuries last year. Okay, littered with injuries last year. And their starters, with the exception of Cole and Schmidt, did not give them length, so they had to overuse the bullpen. That's a lack of options. That's not Blake and Boone going on the fly. Huh? There's a lack of options. Yeah, he said that last year, Donnie. Yeah, yeah. Bang, defending his players. Yes, he did. Yeah. We don't know, CWE. It's really hard to compare. Torrey was gifted the core five. Boone was not. It's a big difference. Torrey inherited a much better team than Boone has. And you know what? He did a good job with it, Torrey. So always a pleasure, and if you love having you on, brother. Thank you as always. Make sure you gang, if you haven't subscribed to the Strike Zone yet, please do. One of the 161 family, a great Yankees content creator right there. You know. Mm-hmm. Soto bashing started already. Yeah, I know on WFAN. Yeah, 2 days ago they're saying, "Oh, Soto's going to sign with the Mets." Blah blah blah. Now they're going to trash him. Of course. What a way to endear yourself to Soto. Soto's going to love that in Queens. Yeah, I can't wait to play with the Mets, who are $290 million in the red financially. But let's just trash Soto because we hate the fact that he's a Yankee right now. It's one reason I don't waste my time with WFAN. It's a waste of time. No. We don't know what a tour would have done, destroyed Sam. We don't know that, CW. We have no idea. We have no idea. Yeah, they're six and yeah, exactly, William. They're 6-2. You know, off to one of the best starts that they've had in a long time. So All the contracts for anything the Yankees sign nowadays are double. Yeah. Now that they're over the contract threshold, anything they sign is double. George Steinbrenner did not have to deal with that ever. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Donnie Baseball, yeah, I think he'll get an opportunity to manage at some point again. I love Donnie Baseball. I say this all the time, Senor. Folks, I like to bash them. Apply for the job. If you could do a better job, apply for it. Try out for the team. I love when people just trash, trash, trash. And some of these same people are like, I don't understand why you criticize people you won't dare say it to their face. These are the same people who would never say things to their faces. That are over here playing the phony victim, blaming other people for doing the exact same thing that they're doing. Let's get real. Hold Stanton accountable, maybe. See if you get an opportunity to, but he wouldn't trash him. Yeah, he inherited Tino. He also inherited Jeter. He inherited all these guys. All these guys. I mean, luckily for the managers, they just inherit the players that the GMs and the owners sign. So, yes, they are CWA. Yes, they are, Donnie. We know that. Let's trash them as a way of getting Soto to want to play for us. Yeah, that's really smart. You know, you know, it is what it is. What's the difference between alpha males and beta males, CWA? I hear this all the time. What makes Tori an alpha male? What makes Boone a beta male? Yeah. Well, they're 6-2, Tim. So you know, it's one reason why they're going with what worked. I'm sure they'll make adjustments. I'm sure they'll make adjustments, Tim. I didn't waste my time with WFAN. Yeah, buddy. Alpha males are more brave, not afraid to take a risk, always keeping it real and honest. Oh, really? So they don't stand up for their players? Is that what you're saying, CWE? Alpha males don't call themselves alpha males, first of all. Never. And you're saying Torrey could take this team to the World Series? Or last year's team to the World Series? I don't know what the alpha and beta comparison, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the alpha male versus beta male thing came up. I don't know if he is down here. I don't know. I don't think he's phased by it either way. He's definitely not acting like he's phased by it. So to me, that's not a beta male thing. We don't know that CWA. We can't prove that. Takes Yankees tour takes the 2020. We don't know that. Judge missed 50 games. Stanton missed 50 games. That's not something we can confirm. That's a matter of opinion. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. I mean, this is too much. You're 6-2. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Yeah, people are saying, Gerard, we can't prove that. We can't prove any of this stuff. It's just like, Jeff Passan came out the other day and said Babe Ruth would have sucked today. How in the world can you prove that? You can't. What was the point of that? What was the point? I don't understand that. Yeah. Dodgers, and they had that faulty wall. Yeah. You're ignoring the fact, CWE, that he had lack of options in the bullpen, whether it be injuries and the starters not doing their job. And you're saying he blew about 10 games by manager. You know, we got that's a hard thing to prove. I don't see the point in talking about alpha versus beta. The folks that love bringing up politics and political propaganda love to call themselves alpha males all the time. I don't see the point. I don't see the point. That's definitely not an alpha thing to do. Alphas don't talk about it. Stump Merrill, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is his opinion, Jonathan. Yeah, but like, how in the world can you prove that? That's a crazy. That's a crazy claim. We don't know that. We can't just say Babe Ruth would have not made the adjustments. He swung a bat that was 20 ounces heavier, and swung it in fields that were bigger than the stadiums that we played today. It's a completely different ballgame. So hard to make a declaration like that, especially when you can never ever prove it. Because we could also say that Shohei Ohtani would stink in the 1920s. We could say that Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, they would stink in the 1920s, but we couldn't prove it. So what's the point? In all honesty, what is the point to talking about that stuff? Like, I don't understand. Is he doing it for clicks? I can't confirm. I'm just asking. Like, you know, Dominguez is not going to make them trade Grisham. Dominguez, he has to earn his spot back again. They're not going to just give it to him. He's a rookie. And yeah, the Yankees had one of the best pens in baseball last year. Yes, they did. Yeah. And the guy Clay Holmes that people have been trashing lately, he had a mid-2 ERA last year. And the year before that. And they had guys like Tommy John, surgery contend. Who was it? Trevino. He had Scott Efrost. They had a lot of guys out. You know, in this comparison to from Holmes to Mo Rivera, I don't. Where in the world did that one come from? We can't compare anybody to Rivera. We have we were spoiled by Rivera. 2 decades of greatness. Nobody can fill his shoes the way we want them to. Classy can't fill him. Hader can't fill him. Nobody can fill Rivera's shoes. Nobody. Grisham is not in his final year. He's got another option. He's got another year next year. He's not afraid until 2026. Radical. You know. And Stanton will likely play himself out of the lineup. I would agree with that. You know. 54 likes. All right. I mean, we don't have many people on here anyway, so I'm going to wrap it up in a second too. We're over an hour in here. But again, yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move on from today's loss. It was a crappy loss. It really, really was. So, but that's what we're hearing. Midsummer, June, July for Jason Dominguez. He's recovering well. Good. And if we get him and we could get our Cole back in good shape, then that to me is a nice summer surprise. I will take that. I will take that. But we got to move on from this loss. This is one loss. We are 6-2. We're not 2-6. The season is not over. We're only a week and a half into the season, right? So salute everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Hit the likes if you haven't done that yet. Okay. And again, yes, they didn't have pitch counts. Guys were pitching 8, 9 innings, 150 pitches a game. Like, and we'd have to say that Sandy Koufax would have sucked today. We have to say that Walter Johnson, Bob Gibson, would have sucked today. Nolan Ryan would have sucked today. Like the problem, as much as I would have loved to have seen Babe Ruth hit against Garrett Cole and some of these guys, it's just as comical as that Rocky Balboa simulator where Rocky's fighting Antonio Tarver, like in that movie. Like, my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Stephen B, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Well, I mean, I try to encourage us to keep a level head with this type of stuff, right? So, and that's that's it. I mean, there's no need to say the season's over yet, you know. And as far as Stanton goes, we'll see what happens. They owe him like $90 million still, so they're not going to just dump him just yet. They're not going to do that. It doesn't make any sense to dump him. That's a lot of money they owe him. I do not think they re-sign Torres, Ethan. I don't. I don't. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens. But I want to thank everybody for coming on. Have a great rest of your day. Again, tomorrow's another day. They play tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Make sure that you're subbed if you're not subbed yet. So if any news does come out, and I do think he's probably going to make a trade over the next day or two. I think. I can't confirm it, but now that Loizaga is going on the 60-day IL, I think Cashman's going to be in the hunt for an arm. Stay tuned, gang. I'll keep you updated. Peace and love to all of you. See y'all tomorrow.